Box office revenue hit an all-time high in 2018, soaring to almost $12 billion in the United States and $42 billion globally. The box office is expected to keep up the momentum in 2019 with several highly anticipated films. Avengers Endgame and Captain Marvel are the most anticipated movies of the year. That's according to an online survey conducted by Fandango. The digital movie guide and ticketing service collected votes from more than 3,500 film fans on the movies they most look forward to seeing. Star Wars Episode, let's see, what's IX? What number is that? Nine? And Spider-Man Far From Home took the third and fourth spots, respectively. I'm going to just say right now, I'm kind of a nerd, have not seen any Star Wars. Fandango correspondent Nikki Novak joins me now. I know that's a little unbelievable. I know. I'll need a little help from you, Nikki.
You've been busy. It's okay.
It's been a crazy news year. Exactly. Yeah. So, Nikki, I want to start with the Avengers, the Endgame, the most anticipated film. Let's take a look at the clip.
Okay.
We lost. All of us. You lost friends. You lost family.
It looks intense. What's the craze, do you think, over this film? Why are people so excited?
Well, I don't know if you made it to Avengers Infinity War.
I didn't. I'm so bad at this.
Well, it left, Marvel has been going for several years. They've had over 20 films, and that one left on such a cliffhanger that people couldn't wait. So they're chomping at the bit. They couldn't.
They want to know what is happening.
They want to know what's happening. Yeah, to all their favorite superheroes.
That makes sense. But to have not one but two come out too is going to be huge.
Yeah, they actually have three. They have Captain Marvel as well, and then they have the new Spider-Man movie. So it's going to be a Marvel year.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yes, it's going to be big.
Yeah.
So how has Star Wars, as we were just talking about, how have they remained so popular? After all of these years, what can we expect from now the latest film in this franchise?
Yeah, and that was, I think, number 4 on our list. And some people were saying, how is Star Wars not number 1? I mean, typically when a Star Wars movie is released, it's just, they would buy tickets 2 years in advance if they could. But I just think it's one of those franchises people grew up with, and it also spans generations. I know people who have shown it to their kids and their grandkids who love it. So it just keeps on going, and it's like it's the Energizer Bunny. It's never going to stop. But I think it's not till December. They haven't released a trailer yet. So Avengers was a little higher on our poll, but the anticipation is there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Star Wars fans are they just can't wait to get to the
one
movie.
Of them. Yeah.
Are you? Okay. Maybe we could do a movie marathon. I could see the other 8 before we go to
I'll force
9.
You to.
Yeah, just like lock me in my apartment. We'll do that one weekend. The other interesting thing, under half of the top 10 most anticipated movies this year are by Disney. Is this going to be a big year for Disney, do you think?
Yeah, Disney has had, they have such an umbrella, too. They have Pixar and they have Marvel. It's such a big umbrella, but they're just dominating in Hollywood. And they've now acquired Fox, and every year, it used to be if Disney had 1 or 2 big films out in a year. Now they have so many. They have a live-action remake of Aladdin, The Lion King. It's just, it just keeps going and going. They have Toy Story 4 coming out.
Oh my gosh, we're already up to Toy Story 4 too.
Yes, and Frozen 2 is coming out.
Oh
so
my goodness.
It's just nonstop for them. They're going to have an insane year. They had a crazy year last year. It's going to be even better this year.
Well, and so many different genres. You used to think Disney was like all kids movies, and now, it hits pretty much everybody.
Basically, they do. And now this year with 3 live-action remakes based on animals. So like last year we're talking about, A Star is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody, movies about music. This year it's going to be all about the live action and the animal films.
Oh, that's fascinating, actually.
Yeah, for the whole family.
Yeah. So 2018, obviously big year for film. 2 of the highest grossing animated films of all time ended up happening. Black Panther became the 3rd highest grossing film of all time. Avengers Infinity War became the 4th highest grossing film of all time. You start looking at all of these numbers, how will 2019 even come close to what we did in 2018?
Well, it's crazy. Like when you first talked about, what the numbers did in 2018, it has been a record year. We've never had a year like this. And we didn't even have a Star Wars movie in 2018. So
that is saying something.
3 Marvel movies, another Star Wars movie. I think we're going to have another record-breaking year in 2019.
So when I looked at those numbers for 2018, my big question was, I thought we were all Netflix and chilling, like just sitting at home. And you have Amazon, you have all these different streaming services that supposedly people weren't going to go to the movies anymore.
Right.
But then you look at the numbers, and obviously people are. So how are things changing? How are we navigating this new landscape? And why are people still going to the movies?
I think that happened at first. I think people thought that was going to happen. We sort of braced ourselves thinking, okay, the ticket sales for actually going to the theater are going to go down. I think the consumer just wants more and more content. And I think what happened was because people started streaming, the studios responded by making better films, more films, higher quality films. And you see that people are just turning out, and they will turn out only if they know they're going to like something. So it's no longer okay to make a half decent movie at the theater. People want to know they're going to like it if they're going to spend their money and not just sit at home. But I think it's really, they sort of go hand in hand now. You look at A Quiet Place that did so well last year.
Sure.
You know, and then Bird Box came out with Sandra Bullock on Netflix, but I think it was people going, oh, well, it's like A Quiet Place. And so it made, you know, they go hand in hand. I really think that it feeds each other in a way.
Well, as you said, I think we all just want more content. I think it used to be like you'd sit down and you'd watch whatever show was on whatever network. Now you're kind of doing the Netflix thing probably, and then going to the movie on the weekend.
And I think we're doing that. We're binge watching. So
everything.
We can't get enough. It's not like enough to watch your favorite show once a week. Now it's like, I want more.
I want 10 right now.
Yeah.
So let's shift to the Golden Globes.
Yes.
Coming up this weekend.
Yes.
What are you watching for?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think everybody's watching to see if Lady Gaga is going to take home Best Actress for A Star is Born. I think that was a beloved film. Black Panther.
She did so great, too.
She was amazing. And it was Bradley Cooper's first time directing. He sang for the first time. It was a huge undertaking for both of them. But I just think Bohemian Rhapsody was another movie that people love that was nominated. Crazy Rich Asians. And I think in the past people have, you know, criticized award shows as being a little out of touch with sort of what the mainstream audience likes. And even Black Panther was the first superhero movie ever nominated for in the Best Drama Picture category. So you're seeing the response to that. You're seeing these bigger movies, so I think more people are going to tune in sort of to root for their favorites.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. It makes it more fun.
It does, absolutely. Yeah. Nikki Novak, thanks so much. This has been very fun.